Welcome to the Fuller Tracy Money Audio Commentary. This is Owen Tracy recording. It's 3:48 p.m. That is Central Time. Today is March 10th. I thought it was rather interesting yesterday that we had so many news headlines saying that it had been the most volatile day in oil ever. And I thought that was interesting from the perspective of anyone who lived through 2020. If we look at West Texas Intermediate, it dropped from around $17 to negative 40 in the space of a very short period of time when the entire global economy shut down. I would have considered that to be a more volatile day than the movement that we had at the beginning of this week. But of course, what it really helps to emphasize is that people don't look at every historical pattern, and people see something on Twitter and then they just row in behind it blindlessly. So it is a very good reason to pay attention to the price action and to really look at what is going on. And I think we can see that the weekly chart, there is some incredibly dynamic chart action. But I think the more important point is that we have had a massive candle on the chart yesterday, or I guess a wick at the top and a tail on the bottom. And then the price dropped down through $80 today and closed out the day at 87. Now, we have incredible volatility where you have a potential low around 75 or maybe 80 and a peak around 120. And right now we're kind of at the lower side of that potential range. If we get a lot more negative news out of Iran, then the chances are that prices will rise. If we start to see secure convoys of tankers leaving the Persian Gulf under the protection of the US Navy, well, then potentially prices will come back down. But of course, there is then the additional question of how effectively the bombing campaign will destroy the infrastructure that the IRGC relies on. And that is the big open question, which is why prices are holding around the $80 level. Now, what we also saw in here today was that gold was doing a bit better. And it popped up in the early trading above 5,200, and then it held on to most of the gain.